CCR TV, channel of God's love. A warm welcome to all our viewers on yet another episode of Goenche, Tarvotti. आयज आमकां खोस भोगता परत तुमचे बेटेक हाडूंक गोंयचे तारवोटी कार्यावळींत आनीक एक गोंयची ओस्तोरी जी आप खुशेन तारवार नोकरी करूंक मुखार सरली आनी तारवार नोकरी करूंक लागू जातोलें शिकोप तेणें पूर्ण केलें आनी रोखडीच ती नॉर्वेजियन क्रूज लायन पॅसेंजर बोटीचेर नोकरेक लागली. आयज तेणें विंचून काडलोले वेवसायी विशीं ती खूब खुशाल आसा आनी आपूण एक ओस्तोरी गोंयची तारवोटी म्हूण तिका अभिमान भोगता. गोंयचे तारवोटी कार्यावळींत आमकांय अभिमान भोगता तुमचे बेटेक हाडूंक केपें गांवची काजोल कार्डोजो जी एक सेक्युरिटी गार्ड म्हूण क्रूज लायनीचेर नोकरी करता. Welcome to the studios, Kajol.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's nice to have you here today, and we are actually very happy to welcome you, being the second lady Tarvotti, Goenche Tarvotti, on our this chat show.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, Kajol bhai, म्हाका बरें दिसतालें आसलें जोरी तुवें तुजी वळख आमकां करून दिल्यार आनी जशे परी तुजो गांव तुजें भुरगेंपण आनी तुजी पयली बी नोकरी तो तुवें गोंयांत खंय केले ताचेर थोडी म्हायती हे तुजे वळखी बरोबर आमकां दी. जे कोण ही कार्यावळ पळयतात तांकां तुजी पयली वळख मेवतली.
बरें, म्हजें नांव काजोल कार्डोजो. हांव केपें गांवाचें आनीक म्हजें ग्रॅज्युएशन हांवें केलां BA बॅचलर्स ऑफ आर्ट्स इन इकनॉमिक्स एंड सायकोलॉजी. सो पयली नोकरेचें सांगतलें म्हणल्यार पयली नोकरी हांव दाबोलीम करतालें, दाबोली एअरपोर्टार. पयली म्हजी एअरलायन स्पायसजेट एअरलायन आहली, तितून हांव सिक्युरिटी एग्जिक्युटीव म्हणून आहलें. मागीर हांवें इंडिगो एअरलायन्सान काम केलें. टोटल हांवें 3 वर्सां काम केलें दाबोली एअरपोर्टार. तेजे फाटल्यान हांवें म्हजी एजन्सी अप्लाय केलें कामाक क्रुजार आनी 2-3 वर्सांनी क्रुजार जालें आनी हांव मागीर एज अ सिक्युरिटी गार्ड आतां क्रूज लायनीर काम करता इन अ नॉर्वेजियन क्रूज लायन.
ओके, आनी कितलीं वर्सां जालीं तूं काम करता आतां क्रूज
आतां म्हाका टोटल 2 कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट जाले, सो टोटल 2 वर्सां.
आय सी. काजोल बाय, एक्चुली हांव नको पूण आमच्या गोंयकारां मदें गोंयच्या तारवट्या मदें चेडवांचो आंकडो खूब कमी न्ही, हें तुवें जाणा आसतलें. पूण सुरवातेकूच तुका तारवार नोकरी करूंक हें इन्स्पिरेशन ओ स्फूर्ती खंयच्यान आयली?
म्हाका आजून पासून म्हज्या मनांत नासलें की हांव केन्ना तारवार वयतलें म्हणून. पूण म्हजे पयली एक ड्रीम आहली की म्हाका संवसार भोंवंक जाय म्हणून. आनी आजून पासून म्हाका तें एक ड्रीम जॉब अशें म्हज्या मोतीत ना. पूण म्हजें एकूच आसा की म्हाका भोंवपाक जाय, म्हाका दुसरे देश पळोवपाक जाय, दुसरे लोकां कडेन उलोवपाक जाय, तेमचे कल्चर ट्रेडिशन्स म्हाका ते खूब आवडटा. तेका लागून हांवें स्पायसजेट एअरलायन्सान इंटरव्यू दिलो. तितूंक इंटरव्यू दिलो, थिंगा भोंवलें, इंडिया भोंवलें. कित्याक तूं कामूय कोत्ता, वयल्यान तुका कंपनी पेय कोत्ता आनी ते पेमेंटाचेर तुका भोंवपाकूय मेवता आनी फ्लायट फेर्स तुका थोडे लेस आसताय बिकॉज यू आर द एम्प्लॉय.
Yes. So very nice. You have planned your, adventurous journey very nicely. You work, you get paid, and you see the world free. Right. Actually being on the cruise liner, right?
Exactly.
And I really appreciate your courage behind this.
Thank you so much.
You chose the right path. But म्हाका एक सांग काजोल बाय, in fact industry, cruise line industry is mostly male dominated न्ही. जाल्यार were you aware of all the challenges that this job would I mean this job profile was involved? Okay.
Yes,
तूं फकत संसार पळोवपाचें हातून
ना. एक आहलें की म्हजे फॅमिलींतले चडशे मेल आहले, ते सगळे बोटीर आसताले. आनी म्हाका ती एक गुतू आहली की बाबा अशें करून जाता बोटीर, इतले वेकेशन मेवता, इतले काम मेवता, इतले कोणी भोंवपाक मेवता. आनी हांवें केन्ना जावन कोणा कडेन विचारूं ना, पूण म्हजो भाव, म्हजे कजन जेन्ना ते येताले बोटीरसून तेन्ना ते सदां उलयताले, अरे तूं हिंगा गेल्लो, थिंगा गेल्लो, हिंगा तें आहा, हिंगा अशें आसा. आनी ते कोर्सीसांचे बी सगळे आनी ते म्हजे सदां कानार पडटाले आनी हांव आयकतालें अशें आसता म्हणून. पूण केन्ना हांवें लायफान चिंतूं ना की हांव बोटीचेर काम करतलें म्हणून. पूण एक मोतीक आहलें की वोसोंक जाय
At the back
चोवपाक
of
जाय
your mind.
या एट द बॅक ऑफ माय मायंड इट्स लायक आय वॉन्ट टू गो आय जस्ट वॉन्ट टू गिव अ ट्राय
I see.
लेट्स सी हाव इट वर्क्स
You're,
सो दॅट वॉज
you're
माय
a very
मायंड
courageous young lady. I think you have, taken a different route altogether. Am I right?
Yes,
But
indeed.
जेन्ना तुझे हे मनान जालें, back of the mind आहलें, and you followed your dream, if I can say so. How was your parental support?
Okay, with regards to my parental support, I would like to say is जेन्ना म्हाका म्हजें फर्स्ट जॉब गावलें फर्स्ट जॉबाचे पयलीं हांवें इंडिगो एअरलायन्सा इंटरव्यू दिल्लो ते इंटरव्यू हांव रिजेक्ट जालें तेजे फाटल्यान आनी एक अरावंड 20 दिसांनी कितें हांवें स्पायसजेट एअरलायन्सा इंटरव्यू दिलो आनी तितूंत म्हाका कस्टमर सर्विसान जॉयन जावपाक आहलें पूण म्हाका जॉयनिंग मेळ्ळें एज अ सिक्युरिटी गार्ड एज अ सिक्युरिटी एग्जिक्युटीव आनी हांवें मामाक फोन मारलो मामा म्हाका मेळोंक ना कस्टमर सर्विसांक कितें करूं म्हाका वचोंक नाका सिक्युरिटी पूण मामान म्हणलें एटलीस्ट तुका कितें तरी मेवलें न्हू वच ट्राय कर आनी थिंगासून म्हजें मोटिवेशन स्टार्ट जालें की एटलीस्ट तुका कितें मेवता तितूंत हॅप्पी रावपाचें आनी ताका लागून हांवें सिक्युरिटी एज अ फील्ड चूज केलें तेन्ना अनफॉर्च्युनेटली तें नासलें पूण फॉर्च्युनेटली मेवलें
Okay.
सो तितूंतूच करियर स्टार्ट केलो हांवें
म्हणटच आतां जेन्ना तूं तारवार वचूंक तुजें मन जालें तेन्ना तुवें पयलेच हे सगळे कोर्सीस केले
हय हांवें पयलींच
आनी
STCW
तुवें
करून
कित्याक
बीन
पूण
दवरलें
एप्लाय केलो खंयच्या पोस्टाक
फर्स्ट I had applied for security guard
I
and
see.
yeah
on the ship for the ship also?
yes
Okay, then?
and then after that तुका ती एजन्सी आसा आतां कितें जाता एज अ नॉर्वेजियन क्रूज लायन आय डोंट नो अबाउट दी अदर क्रूज लायन्स बट एज नॉर्वेजियन क्रूज लायन दे हॅव अ एजन्सी तेमची एजन्सी आसता गोंयांत दिल्ली मुंबय सो तेमचे एजन्सीचे हेड ऑफीस हिंगा आसा सो आमकां गोंयकाराक बरें जाता की डायरेक्ट अप्लाय करूंक
I see.
सो हांवें ऑनलायन अप्लाय केल्लें
Okay.
आनी एक प्लस पॉयंट म्हजो कितें आहलो हांवें STCW कोर्सीस जे बेसीक कोर्सीस वीच आर मॅन्डेटरी
Yeah.
टू गो ऑन क्रूज
For
लायन
joining in
येस
ship,
फॉर
yeah.
जॉयनिंग हांवें ते पयलींच करून दवरलें
I
कित्याक
see.
म्हाका तें एविएशनाक सोनू एक मायंडसेट मेवलें की दुसरे भुरगे वयताय बोटीर वाय I can't go.
Okay.
So I already made up my mind saying that I will do these courses and keep it just in case if the interviews come up I can apply आणि
And
बरें पडटलें म्हणून.
you clicked with the security guards.
Yeah.
Huh?
I
Right?
like now
Opening.
आतां म्हाका तें जॉब बरें वाडटा सिक्युरिटी गार्ड
So you are adjusted to that thing.
Yes.
म्हाका एक सांग सो ही नोकरी तूं कोत्ताना तुवें कितें स्पेशलायज ट्रेनिंग घेतलाय or maybe you have excelled yourself in martial arts as a because security guards needs a little extra
right.
extra activity. So martial arts, taekwondo बी अशें कितें तुज्या प्रोफायलान आसा?
ना हांवें आजून पर्यंत तायकांडो बी कितें करूंक ना पूण जे बेसीक रिक्वायरमेंट आसता एज अ सिक्युरिटी गार्ड ऑन द क्रूज लायन इज यू नीड टू हॅव अ प्रायर एक्सपिरियन्स ऑफ अ सिक्युरिटी इंडस्ट्री
Yes.
सो ते
The norms of a security.
आनी ते एक्सपिरियन्स कितें आसता तुका बेसीक एक्सरे मशीन आहा
Yes.
तेजे तुका बेसीक कॉन्सेप्ट करपाक जाय तुका ऑपरेट करपाक जाय आनी जे ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्प्ले जाताय ते
read
तुका
करपाक
इंटरप्रेट
गावूंक
करपाक कळपाक जाय सो दॅट इज अ मेन थिंग So I was really good at it and I got through
Now,
that.
tell us something, Kajol. What is the secret behind your courage, to take up a job of a security guard on a cruise liner?
Okay.
There must be something extra special in you.
Okay, as I told you about my traveling.
Yes.
So this traveling part has really a very important thing in my life. Even if you see, like, even if before me getting a job into aviation,
Yeah.
हांव यूट्यूब चॅनल चलयतालें
Oh, I see.
गांवाचे थिंगाचे व्हिडिओ काडपाचे आनी मागीर वय लायक न्हंयेचेर जोरीर ते वचून प्लेसीस दाखोवपाचे ते म्हजे पयलींच्यान एक कला अशी ती
Okay.
आनीक म्हाका तेच लायनीक वचोंक जाय आहलें पूण आनी एक आसतालें की ते लायनीकूय वचपाक जाय प्लस म्हाका म्हजे पयशेय चड स्पेंड करूं नाका सो म्हजें कितें आहलें एटलीस्ट एविएशनाक गेलें जाल्यार म्हजें तें बरें जातलें एटलीस्ट म्हाका हाफ टिकेट मेळटली
Correct.
एंड देन थ्रू दॅट आय वेंट इन टू क्रूज लायन आनी एक करेज म्हणटा ती कितें तुजी पेरंटल सपोर्ट आसता तुजे फ्रेंड्साचो सपोर्ट आसता जाल्यार तें तुका बेस्ट इफ दे हॅव अ सपोर्ट इवन वेन यू आर लायक डावन केन्ना तूं एक पाटी इंटरव्यूक फेल जाता इवन मी बिफोर ट्रायंग फॉर क्रूज लायन हांवें नॉर्वेजियन क्रूज लायन हांवें दुसऱ्या क्रूज लायनाक इंटरव्यू दिल्ले
I see.
आनी थिंगा हांव एक दोन फावटी हांव फेल जालें पूण माय पेरंट्स डिडंट लेट मी डावन they were like okay
they were supportive.
yeah try another one
Correct.
give a shot there are
Don't
ample
give
amount
up.
of ample amount of crews you can go ahead so that was the thing which really helped me
And that was a plus point for you.
yeah
Now, how many hours of duty do you have on board the ship as a security guard?
Okay.
10 hours?
Usually it is 10 hours.
Yeah.
So as per the NCL management, the basic, the normal hours of working is 10 hours. That is a requirement for you to get paid. But the thing is, amche as a security, you cannot work for 10 hours. It extend up to 13 hours.
I see.
Yeah, it depends on port to port.
Okay.
If the ship is docked, आता थोडे जरी बोट लागल्या for more than 8 hours, 9 hours. So आमची ड्युटी 2 वरां पयलीं स्टार्ट जाता आणि शिप सुटले म्हणटरी 2 वरां फाटी काबार जावता. कित्याक ते
Embarkation, disembarkation, everything.
Embarkation, disembarkation 14 hours पर्यंत वयता आमची शिफ्ट.
करेक्ट. म्हाका एक सांग, आतां इतली वरां काम करतना आनी इतली वरां काम करून you must be getting stressed out, no? This is like a challenge. How do you face this day-to-day challenge in your duty hours?
Okay. आमचे सी डे म्हणटे आसा. सी डेक आमी फकत 10 वरां काम करताय.
Right.
सो आनीक एक सांगता, शिपार आमचे वीक ऑफ म्हणटा तो ना. आमकां एक वीक ऑफ आसना. हांव स्ट्रेट 8 म्हयने काम करता. So C day is the only day.
Day in and day out you're working. No weekly
no
break,
week
nothing.
off, nothing.
You can't even look forward to it.
No.
I see.
It's like the C day is the only week off as per us. It's the only week off. So on the C day, so as you spoke about this, how you manage your stress, everything. On the C day, 10 वरांचे ड्युटेक आमी जाता तितले ड्युटी जाले म्हणटरी जाता तितले रेस्ट मेवता तितलो घेता.
I see.
Yeah, and
आनी कांय लागना मागीर.
ना हांव जाता तितले न्हिदपाकूच म्हजो टायम वयता. आनी ड्युरींग द डॉकिंग डेज ऑर ड्युरींग द पोर्ट डेज जेन्ना शिफ्ट काबार जाता, केन्ना कोणाचो बर्थडे आसता, केन्ना आसता की सगळी मॅडम बसया, तेन्ना आमचे एक डेजिग्नेटेड प्लेस आसा, वॉट इज क्रू बार.
Okay.
So crew bar, you can enjoy your drinks, you can play, you can dance. So that is the time you can just
distress
stress out.
yourself.
Yeah. And we also have gym on board.
Yeah.
So you can go hang out.
Kajol, is life a stressful situation for young seafarers like you?
I feel it depends. Life has so many stresses, to tell you. Even if you are working on board and if you have a really good designation like an officer, but you have problems back home. And that keeps on bothering. तुका ते त्रास जायत आसा, तू चिंतीत रावता ते कामाचे, तुका ते प्रॉब्लमाचे. But it depends on one person, how you manage the stress. So it's like everybody has the stress, even though if you are working for 10 hours, 8 hours or even 2 hours. So for me, stressing out is part of my job. Because sometimes if the things don't go right, we always look out for another option. And that another option is always a supervisor.
Plan B is there.
Yes, plan B. So if he is like or she is like, okay, let's do this, then you're like, okay, at least somebody is there. So for me, this is how I always share my problems with the colleague I have, friends I have.
When you get situation like this, no, during a 10-hour duty and during the time of port calls, you said it goes beyond that. Kenna tori tuka Oslo, since you're working with multinational crew, khunchot tori misunderstanding jang shekta at the place of work. तेन्ना तुजेर असलो स्ट्रेस येतूच, तुका तुज्या घरच्यांचो उगडास येता?
खूबच घरच्यांचो म्हाका सदांच तुका सांगतलें म्हळ्यार सदांच उगडास येता घरच्यांचो. आनी रात जावं दीस जावं केन्ना हांव जेन्ना भायर पासून वयता, एक मोतीत आसता, अरे म्हजी मामी आसली जाल्यार तीच वयता आसली, म्हजो डॅडी आसलो जाल्यार म्हजे बरा तोच वयता आसलो, हो संवसार सगळे. आनी स्ट्रेसफूल टायमाचेर ऑब्वियसली मामी डॅडीचो उगडास येताच. आनी तेन्ना जेन्ना तेम कडेन उलयता तेन्ना एक स्ट्रेस मातसो उणो जाता.
होय न्ही, when you speak on the phone.
Yeah.
But in such a situation, you miss them, right?
A lot.
Your people, your seniors, your parents, your siblings, if you have at home then. So this has been part of your life. Like
yes.
That. But म्हाका एक सांग, केन्ना तरी तुका actually home sickness feeling जाला?
होम सिकनेस म्हाका तेन्ना जाता जेन्ना म्हजे कामार जेन्ना जे लायक वॉट एवर वेन देर इज अ सिक्युरिटी लॅब्स, वेन एक म्हाका टार्गेट दिल्ली आसता, एक काम दिल्लें आसता, पूण तें एक जावपाक पावना. कित्याक बिकॉज एट दी एंड वी आर अंडर द प्रेशर ऑफ द हायर मॅनेजमेंट दॅट दीस जॉब इज नीड्स टू बी डन द वे इट इज एंड मोर केअरफुली. आनी तेन्ना तें जायना. देर आर मेनी कॉन्सिक्वेन्सीस फॉर दॅट. देर आर मेनी. So that is a time I feel like very stressed, and that is a time I feel like I wish I was home. I wish I shouldn't have come. It feels like that. But at the end of the day, जेन्ना तुजे सगळे कलिग्स तुजे बरा आसता, जेन्ना तूं तुजे घरा कडेन उलयता आनी सांगता शेअर करतात तेन्ना मातशें दिसता अरे दॅट इज जस्ट पार्ट ऑफ लायफ वयतले कितलेच येतले आनी कितलेच वयतले बीन
So it's a passing phase, like.
या इट्स लायक पासिंग फेज या
You don't take it very seriously.
No, not at all.
Okay. म्हाका एक सांग आतां तुवें म्हणलें at the place of work जाल्यार your shift wise posting duty posting changes, say from this deck to this section to that section, maybe restaurant side at the whatever places. How does it? Or is
So-
a fixed posting continuously
No,
for
no,
a
no.
particular?
We have like basically during the port days and sea days. So port days are we only operate at the gangways. So gangways, दोन gangway असतात. Depends on ship to ship. If it is a small ship, then only one gangway, one
Okay.
shelter will open.
Yes.
If it is a big ship, two, three,
Two will
even
be
four
opened up,
opens
yes.
up. And sometimes other shelters for provision. So तुझी shift, तुझी duty ते places shift जायत असता because
Okay.
especially on the X-ray, it is a rule that you cannot sit more than 20 minutes on the X-ray.
Okay.
Because once you keep on focusing on the screen for 20 minutes, if the bag comes with some prohibited items, you might get distracted. So that's the reason there is a rotation of 20 minutes.
So that
So,
your
yeah,
alertness remains
right.
firm, right?
That's the reason we keep on rotating. So there is
Okay.
no fixed post. It's like keep on rotating for 20.
Maka ek sang, you have already served 2 contracts now. So as a security guard on a high profile posting like this in a cruise liner, where everything needs to be maintained at that level, top
Yes.
level, whether it is hospitality or security.
Right.
तुझ्या ह्या सर्विसेचे हातून कितें तरी यादोस्तीक खीण आसतले. There will be some very memorable moments. Why don't you share them with our viewers today?
Okay, with regards to this memorable moment, I would say is there is something which I have done a little bit of in a security part. That is, आमचो एक port आलो Alaska.
Okay.
आणि Alaska on board, let me tell you one thing is on board illegal substances are not allowed. That is drugs, marijuana. Even though in abroad it is like permitted by the doctors for the mental illness or anything, but on board it is completely not allowed, even with the prescription of the doctor. So त्या दिसा कितें जालें, I was posted as a security guard in the X-ray machine.
I see.
So I was just going through the X-ray with scanning all the bags. आणि आमचे एक आसता की the person who operates the X-ray doesn't only operate the X-ray but also does the profiling of the guest who put the bag.
Correct.
So that's the reason I was just
I
checking
see.
a guest, like we do check a guest, like if is he carrying anything in his hand, is he putting all the stuff inside the X-ray machine or no. So that is the time I felt like this guest a little bit shaky
Hesitant.
and a little bit like kind of scared and scared to put the bag in the X-ray machine. So I just, when he put the bag in the X-ray machine, I saw the bag, and the thing is, some of the illegal substances you cannot make out on the X-ray machine. It's like if it is organic, it comes into light orange. So that is the time it goes for manual check.
I see.
And I did the manual check, and that is the time I found marijuana
I see.
in the hoodie lining of the jacket. Yeah. And I was like, what is this? And that was the time I was like appreciated the most. And it becomes like whenever you do this kind of things, because it is very difficult to find a marijuana in the X-ray. So that's the reason it has become a memorable day for me that day.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of little proud of that.
So this is one very memorable moment for you.
Yeah.
As of now.
As of now. I hope many more to
Okay.
come.
Tell me something. When a ship is at a port call, and there is a large number of embarkation as well as disembarkation.
Right.
Here again, a lot of security aspects are in play. Because you cannot know when a stowaway may also
Exactly.
take a leap inside. Am I
Exactly.
right? So this is the most,
Yes.
which is the biggest, tumso ya wasla timer, biggest challenge kide, avan kide, and what's the biggest worry that you have during a port call where there is huge embarkation and disembarkation?
Right. During this embarkation and disembarkation, the very first concern is stowaway. Because that is a very crucial time wherein the ship is docked and every other shell door which is there, and every person who is working at the shell door, that it can be provision, it can be gangway.
Yes.
Everybody is busy. Everybody is like, I want to do this, I want to do that. Everybody is busy.
Provision
and nobody,
yetas nahi, provision yetas to.
And you, if the port doesn't have an port authority or port security, then it becomes a really big challenge, because you need to screen everything. You need to get the canine dogs to check everything. So that is a time, that is a very crucial period, because anybody can enter. Anybody can enter. It's not only the gangway which is open, but also the bunkering stations which are open. So that is the reason we have the security guards manned at each and every shell door which opens up. We have this legal registration entry, whoever comes in, goes out, everything. So if anybody comes with the unauthorized access, then that's a biggest drawback to the company and the security. So that's the reason the full on focus goes on all the shell doors. And even there is a security who goes around the ship to every of the ropes which are aligned, just to have a check, just to show the appearance. There is a security who is looking after all the things.
So everybody is on their toes.
Yes, indeed.
Till the ship gets sailing orders, departure orders.
Till the last passenger is on board and the provision is done.
So how exciting is this job, Kajol, for you?
For me, it's like, I find it, not every day is exciting. Not every day is like, wow, this is a new day, let's pump up. No. Sometimes there are days wherein you are like, again this job, again and again. But there are some of the situations wherein the guest itself provoke, that is fight, guest incidences, crew accidents, everything. So that is a time you get to use your brain, because we also serve as an investigation team on board.
I see.
So we do the investigation. It can be any with regards to crew injury, it can be crew fighting or guest mishandling. We do each and every part. So that is a time we feel like, oh, there is something new, and we all as a team work together, and that is the time I feel like today was a day. That's the day, yeah.
So as of now, you are actually happy and enjoying the chosen profession, am I right?
Yes.
I can say so.
Yes, I am.
Maka ek sang Kajol, kenna thori तुका ड्युटीर असताना एक सेक्युरिटी लॅप्स असो इन्सिडंट घडला आणि तेन्ना तुवें कितें केलें?
सिक्युरिटी लॅप्स इन्सिडंट आमचे शिपार जे शिपार हांवें काम केलें, जे फर्स्ट शिप आहलें, आनी तेन्ना म्हजो फर्स्ट कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट आहलो. सो वॉट आय डीड, I was really amazed looking after that incident. So what happened was, we were at Greece. आणि ग्रीसार एक पोर्ट आसा wherein you cannot debug the guest or you cannot embark the guest in the middle of the itinerary, middle of your cruise. So कितें जालें, एक गेस्ट तेजी मामी डॅडी तेका अलाव करना आली भायर वचपाक with the bags, and nobody is allowed to go with the bags outside without having the clearance from the embarkation officer to go. So तो गेस्ट म्हणपाक लागलो, आपूण आपणाक वचपाक जाय भायर, आपणाक हिंगा रावपाक नाका शिपार, आपणाक वचपाक जाय. And तेजे stubbornness इतले आहलें that the security got involved, and he started coming at the shell door, the gangway area, and he started misbehaving with the security. So if it was verbal, so we thought of just convincing him through our words and verbal conversation, but he did. And at the end he said, I'm going to commit suicide.
I see.
Yeah, I'm going to jump off my balcony and I'm going to commit suicide. And I was like, this is not good, because these are the terms, we do not take risk.
Correct.
We do not take risk at all. So that is a time my security supervisor was quite smart enough, and we have these gadgets. I won't say gadgets, but we have radio, we have handcuffs. So whenever we have to use the handcuffs, then we have to use it. So that was a time, it was like nicely played by our security supervisor. So one of the security guards started engaging him with the conversation, because he was not allowing us to come closer to him. So we cannot handcuff him or anything or restrain him. So one of the security guards started having conversation with him, and the other one just tried to be normal. And the security supervisor went behind him, restrained him, and then put him down.
I see.
Because that was the only way, because we cannot depart the guest, we cannot debug the guest at the port as per the port authority, and we cannot keep him inside the ship just like that, because what if he does that? We never know. So to be on the safer side, he was then detained in his cabin at the end with the security personnel.
With the security personnel. Then. Tell me something, as the lady security guard, are there any silent fears तुझे काळजा मनान कितें तरी एक भिरांत आसा, हुस्को आसा, silent, it is just lying dormant there, you know? Something like this, is there?
Silent fears, the only fear I used to have before was, what will I do if I go on cruise? What will happen to me, because I'm the only lady from the family. And I should think like that, because the surrounding people used to be always like, you are a lady, you shouldn't go on cruise, that's for men, why you're going. It's always this. And now also, if you ask any of the 90s 80s people that मुझे छोडून बोटी रासा, छोडून बोटी रासा अशें म्हणटा. आणि only if you tell them म्हजो चेडो ऑफिसर, म्हजो चेडो बोटी रासा, कितले जोडटा, you know very well the Goan things. So there was the fear before me going to the cruise. I used to always think, how will I go at the airport? Even though I've been working at the airport for 3 years, I was still like nervous. And what if somebody does something to me on board? I don't know anybody. What will I do? And how will I have a conversation with the other nationalities? How will they think about me? I'm an Indian. And I was like, I used to think a lot about that. But once I was on board, and still I used to have that fear, even though I was on board for a week. Then later I met some of the Goan fellows, and they were like, kai na go जातले, सगळे बरे जातले, आमी हाय किते भिवपा.
Word of encouragement.
Yeah, and they are always, you find Goans on all the ships, and they are like there to support you.
Can we say you are a kind of a trendsetter as far as Goan seafaring is concerned?
You can, but it's like, it's always depends on person to person. If they want to take the opportunity, grab it and take it, or otherwise just think about others, or what others will think, and just leave it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Maga ek sang, Kajol bhai, tornati chedwang tarwar nokri korunk bore sovloti asat, opening asa, and tenga fawa di suraksha asa, now that you are there in the center of action.
Yes, with regards to being safe on board. हांव एक श्योरिटी दिवपाक शकता की ऑन बोर्ड एक मनीस तो चोडूं जावं ना चेडो जावं, everybody is kept in a equal line. There is no job wherein only a man can do. Now you have seen that, आमची कितली चोडवां आहाय जी इंजिनियर आहाय ती ऑन बोर्ड आहाय. Even because that particular job was like male dominant before, and now it is also the woman who is playing an important role in that. तेका लागून सगळ्यांक equally treat कोत्ता. आणि with regards to safety, this on board job is one of the safest job with regards to an individual safety, and especially for the females. I myself have been working for 2 years, and till today, not only because I'm a security guard and everybody is like scared of us or anything, no. Once you take out your uniform, once you be in your casual clothes, there is no security guard or anything. You are just a normal crew.
Right.
That's it. And everybody treats you like there are people who will look at you. There are people, there will be some managers, there will be anybody, or there's somebody who is gonna, give you that different look wherein you feel insecure. They might give you an like a not so good touch. There will be people. But the thing is, it depends on one person. If to raise up the voice or just to keep it silent. Because it happens everywhere. Not only in Goa, not only on ships, everywhere.
Yes.
But the thing is, in Goa, if you report your manager, it will take ages and ages to get him corrected. But you report on ship, the next day you have the decision right in front of you. Yes. And we are the one who do this all investigation, everything.
I see.
With regards to anything.
म्हाका एक सांग, आतां एक आमी गजाल कोत्ताना खास करून आमच्या तरणाटी चेडवांची, जाल्यार एका तरणाटी चेडवाक तर आमच्या गोंयच्या तारवार आपलो करियर करपाक जाय आनी एक तारवटी जावंक ती स्वप्नेतात, जाल्यार तांकां तुजो एडवायस कितें?
म्हजो मेन एडवायस एक आसा की आमकां दिसता हांव वसो वो नाका. ओन्ली इफ यू आर शुअर, ओन्ली इफ यू वॉन्ट लायक नो आय वॉन्ट टू गो ऑन क्रूज, दॅट इज अ टायम. जे हांवें केलें इज आय डीड माय कोर्सीस, आय केप माय कोर्सीस रेडी. कित्याक एक पार्टी and it becomes like a plus point even in your CV saying that this particular lady already has the courses done. So आता तेका फकत विजाचे आनी मेडिकलाचेच उरला. इंटरव्यू तुजे, it depends on you. Interview is up on you. So I kept my SSCW courses ready, gave my interview, and then got my medicals done, then visa done, and I had to still wait for like a year long to get the joining.
Okay.
So for me, the only advice I would like to give the girls out there is get yourself prepared. Only if you have this thing like straight in your mind, I want to join a cruise. कित्याक sure ना ते STCW courses करून फायदो ना. Only if you're sure, go ahead, do it. it is long lasting for 5
What
years.
is it that you actually miss the most when you're serving your contract on board the cruise liners?
The Goan food.
Is it?
Yeah, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot.
You
Sometimes,
have
yeah.
not adjusted yourself to international cuisine?
It's like international cuisine is fine just for like first 2 months. It's like you are very excited, and then at the end it is your shit and kodi,
Okay.
which is like you miss the most. And only if you have this Goan executive chef, that is once a week you might get some Goan prawns curry and something biryani and stuff
Okay,
like that for
okay.
patel and all. So that's the food is the
तुका गोंयच्या जेवणाचो खाणांचो उगडास येता
yes.
नीस गोंयकान तूं
सारकें न्ही.
सारकें नीस न्ही so you cannot do without the traditional shit kodi rice.
Yeah, it's
And
like
especially prawns curry.
Yeah, prawns curry. That's why
I
I
see.
take this mole and everything, all these pickles and all while I go.
म्हाका एक सांग काजोल बाय आतां तूंच न्ही पूण जितले आमचे तारवटी भाव तारवार आसात तांचे रिलिजियस जिवीत कशें हाऊ डू दे कीप देयर स्पिरिच्युअल लायफ स्ट्रॉंग एंड स्टेबल while you're sailing? There is no chance to go for mass. Misak वचोंक opportunity
chance.
ना. Padri केन्ना तूं on board आयलो जाल्यार गोडेक miss कोचचो ना. सोडून exceptional cases,
Yeah.
very rarely in Catholic countries. पण तुमी तुमचें आत्मीक जिवीत कशें मजबूत दवरतात?
आमचे जे बुडीर हांव काम करता थिंगा एक प्रेयर असोसिएशन आहा. So all the Christians of other nationalities at around 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. they gather together
Okay.
in one of the classrooms or like a training room. So थिंगा आमी सदां आमचे 10 ते 10:30 नाल्यार केन्ना केन्ना ते 11 म्हळ्यार एक्सटेंड जाता. We do Bible study.
Okay.
Yeah, we do Bible study and then we'll sing hymns and then we'll just have like a normal conversation with each other. So that is a time you feel like at least you can read Bible, because sometimes itlo stressful days aata where you just want to go to sleep. But that hour of the day is like very crucial. So that is the time I go, whatever time it is, I just go attend the ceremonies, and then we just talk about God, then the Bible studies, then sing some hymns.
Good.
And during the port days, जेन्ना आमकां भायर वचूंक मेळटा, I just search for nearest church. I just go there, even it is closed, I will just stand outside, pray for a while, and then come back. And if I don't get a chance to attend a mass or anything, what I do is during the port days we usually have free Wi-Fi on the terminal and all. So crew members, and their Wi-Fi is really fast.
Yes.
So what I do is I just download this online masses, Konkani online mass, everything, and I keep it ready.
And you
So
watch
whenever
it
there is a
over
sea day, I'll just keep it in my cabin, just watch the mass. At least not physically, but at least virtually. Something is better than nothing.
जेन्ना तूं गोंया ड्युटीर आसतना गोंया फोन कोत्ताय तेन्ना पयलें कितें मिक्स जाताय जेवणाच्यो खबरो
जेवणाचे
कितें रांदलां काय
हय
म्हणायस?
ते जाल्यार आसताच ते
आनी
जाल्यार आसा
दुसरें कितें?
म्हजो एक सुण्याचो पेटो आसा बेलबट.
ओके
So I miss
Your
him.
pet dog.
Yeah, he's like my child. I miss him a lot. So
you love pets.
yeah, a lot.
What are your other hobbies?
Other hobbies. I'm into everything, but not master of everything. So during the COVID days and all, when I was back home, I used to make this bread items like bread stuffing or everything. And then I used to just put it up online for the people, whoever is like home quarantined or who cannot go out and celebrate. So I used to make for them, like to just sell it out. So I used to be into that. Then I used to do vlogging.
Okay.
And then during the pastime hours, I used to go for anchoring, because it's like you get the pocket money and you can use it
Correct.
somewhere or the
And
other.
you were doing reels also.
Yeah.
So you are into multiple things.
Yeah, I just like to keep myself engaged
Maybe
in something or
24
the
hours
other.
are still less for you.
I wish it was 48.
Okay, good. Tell me something. What are your chances of progression now from a security guard? How's the upward mobility?
Okay, the hierarchy goes like this. There is security guard, that's the first position. There comes the security supervisor. And after security supervisor is the assistant security officer. And after assistant security officer is security officer. So security officer is like, they mostly been hired from UK and US. So they are the most dominant countries for the security officer.
Okay.
But if you are security assistant security officer, so that is a time, it's like there are less chances of you becoming security officer because it's already been domained by the UK and the US people.
Fine.
So to be into security supervisor is like takes almost 3 to 4 contracts, because one person, a security guard, cannot learn about everything in 1 or 2 contracts. It takes a lot of time. There is
Right.
different kind of SOPs wherein
Yes.
some of the SOPs I am also not aware, because this is my second contract.
Yeah,
And as you
correct.
do the contracts and as you deal with the situation, your knowledge keeps on increasing
pick
and
up the
increasing.
experience.
And that's the thing. And based on that, the supervisor is going to evaluate you, and at the end, the evaluation which you get, that is been considered to be your security supervisor position. So if you get it, then well and good. If you know, then security guard is also amazing.
We have already run out of time, but last question. Give a brief message to our viewers today, being a lady Goenche Tarvotti.
Okay. One message I would like to give is whatever it is, work. It can be you can be a seafarer, you can be a banker, you can be a teacher, you can be a cleaner, you can be anything. But don't sit at home idle, because in this time working is really important. Even it doesn't matter if you earn 2,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees. At the end is what you get, that is very important. It is better to cry with the money than to cry with nothing. So that is a thing I feel is the best. At least if there is a situation and you are like, you don't know what to do, but you have money, at least you can do something or the other. And there is a situation, everything is falling apart and you are crying and you don't have anything. So that's the miserable thing. So at least do something or the other. It can be a seafarer, anybody.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Thank you, Kajol.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for accepting our invite and being here on the show.
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure for me to come up
You're
here.
welcome. So तो रिझान असली काजोल कार्डोजो कितल्या उक्त्या मोनान ताणी आपल्या जॉबा विशीं सांगलें कशें एक जिवीत तारवट्याची आनी कशे तरेन तिणें फर्म तिचो हें आशिल्लो एम दॅट शी हॅज टू जॉयन द शिप. एक तिचो मोग म्हणल्यार संवसार भोंवून पळोवपाक आनी बोटीर तुका पावतूच संवसार पळोवंक मेवता, पगारूय मेवता आनी भोंवतात तें सगळें फुकट. म्हाका दिसता बाय काजोलान एक बरी आमकां वाट दाखयल्या. सो जायत्योच गोश्टी तांणी सांगल्यात कशे तरी आतां तारवार चेडवांक नोकरी करपाक सेक्युरिटी आनी सेफ्टी आसा पळय ती. तर पळयत रावात तुमची आवडीची कार्यावळ गोंयचे तारवटी आनी तुमचें चॅनल द CCR TV चॅनल. थँक यू.